one possible solution, I guess, to keep your borders shut, but not a very humanitarian or desirable one, perhaps. Yeah, of course, and this is definitely the point Charles made very strongly. Disaster risk reduction and adaptation can reduce displacement, and I think that we also need to build capacity in the national agencies to do this. Okay, next. Obvious governments to cooperate. IDP principles need implementation, the point I made before. One point I haven't made is the discussion on environmental refugees has been focusing on changes to the Refugee Convention. And what I would propose to you to think about for the Manila Call to Action is getting something in the Kyoto post-2012 framework. Now, I don't we can try and do something about reference to environmental refugees or climate refugees. I don't think that'll fly ultimately, because I don't think people will put it there strongly. But because the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has recognised this as a problem, the Stern Review has recognised this as a problem, leading authorities have recognised population movement as a problem. It's not beyond the realm of possibilities to have in the adaptation section, which everyone says needs to be strengthened, a reference to the fact that climate change is exacerbating population movements. And at least many international conventions have a lot of how do I say, Motherhood statements anyway. But often these sort of statements give you a leg to hang on and or a further leg to push government. So I would say in terms of policy, by all means, if you have the opportunity, push for this idea. Next. David? Okay. Well, I think I've recapped that. I'm very excited to hear your thoughts on it. Can we go back to the second slide?
Yes.
No, up. Sorry. Yeah, we can go, maybe that's not the right one. That's, okay, we'll find it. No, that's it. I was thinking it's more on questions. Okay. I know I've run out of time, but what I just will really quickly mention the work that we've done in Sri Lanka on legal assistance in governments. When people are displaced, they have obviously the immediate needs that need to be looked after, but they also have, for a long time, and this is often forgotten, needs like identity documents, getting a birth certificate, getting a ID card, because without those fundamental documents, in some places they can't move. And so in Sri Lanka we've set up a legal assistance program, and it's also got a large administrative component in terms of helping affected people shuffle through the administrative process and of the government to get things like school certificates or marriage certificates, in order to help them with property titles that have been lost when the tsunami came. And I think that is definitely, legal assistance is a very important part of recovery efforts. Obviously it's not the immediate relief, but people do need the legal foundations for daily life to continue, whether they're a migrant, whether they're an IDP. They need some sort of identification. So that's something you need to keep in mind. And these people are vulnerable, and often even just talking to a human rights lawyer, I don't know about talking to all lawyers, but talking to a human rights lawyer actually can empower them. And that's been a very successful program, and we've actually documented and helped about 20,000 people. So it's definitely something to think about. And other people, other donors have also done similar things. So we're not unique. But I think it is a very important thing to keep in mind. Well, thank you very much. And I look very much